how to place a bet on NBA games online. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to safely place a bet on any NBA game online. And the sports book that we're going to be using is called Bovada. This is my favorite sports book. I've been on here for a handful of years. So if you haven't already joined, the link will be in the description. If you use my link, you'll be able to get a $750 bonus, up to $750 depending on how much you deposit. So be sure to check that out. Link in the description, and let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the home page over here, and I'm going to give you guys a brief step-by-step tutorial on how to place a bet on an NBA game. And I'm going to show you guys some interesting things you can do on Bovada when you bet on these games if you're new to sports betting or if you're new to Bovada. So we're going to go to basketball. And in this video, we're going to be focusing on NBA. So right now, one of the great things about Bovada is there is live sports betting. So you'll see the odds changing over here for the games that are going on right now. So for NBA right now, there's only one game and it just started. As you can see, there's 11 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first quarter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here. And the Warriors and the Lakers are playing today, so I'll use that example since this game is actually in play right now. So that's why the odds are changing over here. But for this game, Warriors, Lakers hasn't started yet. So the two basic ways to bet are, so there is 98 bets over here. I'll get to that in just a second. But the two basic bets are you can either do the spread or you can do the money line. So if you don't care about, like, if you don't want to bet on, like, how many points they win, or you don't care about, like, you know, making more money depending on which team wins and by how many points, you would just do a money line if you want to just pick a straight out winner. So for this particular game, the Lakers are the favorite. That's why there's a minus 270, and the Warriors are the underdog. That's a plus 220. So whenever there's a plus, they are the underdog and you're gonna make more money. So what plus 220 means is if you bet $100, you would make $220, right? So 100, you make 220, right? If you bet 1,000, you make 2,200. So right, regardless of how much you bet, you're gonna make 2.2 times your money. But that same 100 where you were gonna make 220, if you put it on the Lakers, you're gonna make a lot less because the minus 270, so $37 compared to 220. So we're talking about like almost 6 times your money, right? That's because the Warriors are an underdog. Okay, so over here, this is called a money line. You would just pick a winner, and that's how much money you would make. Now with the spread, let's say you think so this is a minus 110. You're gonna make the same amount of money regardless if you take the Warriors or the Lakers. Okay, so it's gonna take $110 to make $110 minus 110, right? There's a lot of different things you can do on here. I'm not going to get into this buying points and stuff, but regular bet. So risk 110, whether you take the Warriors or the Lakers. Now, if you take the Lakers, they have to win by 8 points or more. So that's why I say 7.5. Well, obviously, there's no half points, right? So that means they have to win by more than that. So if they win by only 7, you would lose this bet if you took the Lakers, right? Meanwhile, the Warriors, like, they can lose by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points, right? And you would still win the bet, okay? Because they're plus 7.5. That means that's how many points you're getting. Does that make sense? So you could do the spread over here, or you could do the money line. You could also do it over under. So 225. Is the total score going to be over 225? For example, if it's 120 to 100, right? That's 220. And if you did the over, you would lose because you said 225 or more. So the combined score of the two teams has to be over 225. Now, there's also prop bets over here where you see 95, right? 98, sorry. So let me show you guys one more thing before I go in here. And I do have a complete video on this. There's something called a parlay. When you combine multiple bets over here, and then you hit, you can win like 5, 10, 20, 50, or even up to 100 times your money or more, right? Depending on how many you hit. So, for example, let's say you take the Warriors over here, right? You got the Warriors, you got the Bucks. Those are the only two games over here. I was trying to see if there's more games for today over here on the 12th. All these games are on a later date. So if you just bet on 2 games over here, right? It's a plus 487, but you have to win both of them, right? That means you would make almost 5 times your money. So 100, you would win 486, as you can see. But let's add a few more in here, right? So we'll take the Warriors again over here. So these are just random picks I'm making just to show you guys. We'll take the Pistons, slight underdog over here. So now you're up to 36 times your money if you hit all 4 of these, okay? We'll take the Pacers. Now you're up to 78 times your money. Look at this over here. And we'll take the Wizards. So that's 6 over here. So do you think you can hit 6 of them? Now, if you hit all 6 of these, you're at plus 18,648. So you would make 186 times your money, I believe. So if you risk 1,000, you make $186,000. Yes, you actually make that. And guys, it's a little bit harder to hit than it looks like. So you might be looking at this like, oh shit, like 6, like I can do that. It's pretty hard to hit. Your chances of hitting this are very low. But that's why the payout is so big, right? So some people do parlays where they do 10 different teams, right? And they'll do a smaller amount. They'll bet, you know, like $50 or $100. They won't go throw 1,000 on it because the odds are very low, right? So just depending on your own risk management, you can decide how much money you want to bet. So that's the interesting thing. That's one of the interesting ways to make a lot of money by betting on NBA games is by doing parlays. So combining multiple bets. So when you do combine multiple bets, keep in mind that you do have to hit all of them. So it's an all or none, okay? So once again, you can do the spread, the money line, the total over under, and you can even combine different bets over here, right? Bet on multiple games. So if you go to the plus 98 over here, so there's so many different ways to bet on this game, okay? Over here. So let's see. So you can bet on the first half, the same bets that we discussed, but on the first half over here with all the odds over here, as you can see. You can bet on the first quarter. Now, here's alternative spreads, okay? So this means that you can pick your own spread and it's going to give you the payout for it, right? Let's say you want to take the Lakers and you think they're going to blow them out. So they have to win by 16 or more. It's a plus 275, okay? That means you bet 100, you win $275 instead of the 35, 40 bucks you were going to win only, right? So that's if you think they're going to blow them out. So plus 275 here, plus 275 here, right? So by they have to win by more than 15. If they win by 15, you just get your money back, okay? The even 15 over there. You can do the first quarter over here. I do this all the time, guys, where I bet on the total over under points, and I'll just do it on the first quarter only, okay? Or I'll just pick the home team, you know, for sometimes, and I'll be like, okay, the home team's gonna come out hot. I'll take the home team in the first quarter, okay? So there's all these different prop bets. You guys can check them out for yourself. And once again, the link will be in the description to join Bovada. I have a bunch of videos on my channel, so make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.